Rebecca Lobo shares heartwarming encounter with young Caitlin Clark supporter on boardwalk. Rebecca Lobo, one of the most respected pioneers of women's basketball and a face synonymous with the early days of the WNBA, shared an emotional and heartwarming story that has left fans smiling across the nation. During a recent stroll along a lively boardwalk, Lobo had an unexpected encounter with a young girl proudly sporting a Caitlin Clark jersey. What followed was a beautiful reminder of how generations of athletes continue to inspire one another and how the torch of greatness is being passed down in the world of women's basketball. It was a breezy, sun-soaked afternoon when Lobo decided to take a leisurely walk along the boardwalk. Families filled the scene, vendors sold everything from snow cones to handcrafted jewelry, and the sounds of laughter, waves, and buskers' music filled the air. Lobo, now a celebrated ESPN analyst and ambassador for women's sports, was simply enjoying some downtime. She had no intention of drawing attention to herself, despite her unmistakable height and iconic presence. But even legends can't stay incognito forever, especially among passionate basketball fans. As she passed a candy stand adorned with bright banners and the sweet scent of caramel popcorn, Rebecca spotted a young girl no older than 9 with a huge grin on her face, proudly wearing a Caitlin Clark jersey. The jersey, bearing Clark's now iconic number 22, looked slightly oversized on her small frame, but the pride she wore it with was absolutely massive. Lobo slowed her pace, smiling warmly. She had seen countless young fans support WNBA stars, but something about this little girl's pure, glowing excitement was different. Maybe it was because Lobo recognized the unmistakable spark in the young fan's eyes, the same spark she herself had once carried as a child dreaming about the future of women's basketball. Curious and touched, Lobo approached the young fan. Kneeling slightly to meet her at eye level, Lobo gently said, "That's a great jersey you're wearing. Caitlin's pretty amazing, huh?" The girl's eyes widened with wonder. She clearly recognized that she wasn't just speaking to a casual fan, this was someone special. After a moment of stunned silence, she finally blurted out, "You're Rebecca Lobo. You're on TV. And you played too." The recognition melted Lobo's heart. In an era where new superstars like Caitlin Clark dominate headlines, it's easy for younger fans to overlook the trailblazers who came before. Yet here was a little girl who not only knew Caitlin's achievements but also appreciated the legacy players who paved the way. They chatted for a few minutes. The girl, whose name was Hannah, told Rebecca that she wanted to play college basketball someday, just like Caitlin. She described how she and her friends would spend afternoons pretending they were in the NCAA tournament, making buzzer-beater shots and dreaming of playing on TV. Hannah's mother, standing nearby, smiled warmly and thanked Rebecca for inspiring generations of girls long before women's sports got the mainstream attention it deserved. Rebecca was deeply moved. She shared with Hannah how players like Caitlin Clark continue the work that so many before them started. She explained that every dribble, every shot, every moment of determination from players past and present adds up to a bigger story, the story of women fighting for their rightful place on the court and in the hearts of fans around the world. Wanting to make the moment even more special, Rebecca offered to take a photo with Hannah. The delighted little girl eagerly agreed, and Hannah's mother snapped a picture of them both, side by side, 2 generations, brought together by the love of the game. Hannah, beaming, threw up a peace sign while holding her basketball tight against her hip. As they said goodbye, Rebecca gave Hannah a piece of advice that she herself had lived by for decades: keep playing. Work hard. Believe in yourself and never be afraid to dream bigger than people tell you to. Later that evening, Rebecca took to her social media to share the sweet encounter. She posted the photo of herself with Hannah, captioning it with a heartfelt message: "Today I met a future superstar on the boardwalk, Hannah, proudly wearing her Caitlin Clark jersey. Moments like these remind me why we fought so hard for this game. The future is bright." Within hours, the post went viral. Fans flooded the comments with love and encouragement. WNBA players, current and former, chimed in with heart emojis and cheers for young Hannah. Some commented on how powerful it was to see living legends like Rebecca Lobo directly impacting the next wave of athletes. Others remarked on how Caitlin Clark's popularity continues to spark a deeper love for the game among younger generations. Rebecca's encounter wasn't just about a fan meeting a basketball icon, It symbolized the evolving legacy of women's sports. In Hannah's eyes, Caitlin Clark is a superhero.